What up, good people? It's your boy BTG, aka Bustin' Guns, back at you with another one. So we got care package back from TDS Gunworks. Got some work done, a couple slides back in. So we're going to cover that. We're going to go over, we got 3 of them back in. So one of them's going to be the main attraction, actually 4. One's going to be the main attraction, and the other 3 will just be honorable mentions for now, and we'll go deep into them later. So let's get the housekeeping out of the way. This video is for educational purposes only. We are in a safe and controlled environment. We're not selling any firearms, nor we sell any accessories. We're not promoting the sale of any firearms, nor are we promoting the sale of any accessories. Strictly a product review of my own personal equipment. So let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. If you enjoy the content, hopefully you hit that subscribe button to come back and see us. If you're a returning viewer, I appreciate the support. Appreciate you being along for the ride, and we're going to keep this journey going. All right, so what we got on deck? We got some items back from TDS Gunworks, my main man Trent out there in Wyoming. First up is that Kimber Eclipse. We sent that bad boy out, we debuted it, hit first shots, did the review, and then we sent it out for some mods. So we're going to go over this bad boy in detail, and we're going to cover that. Let's go ahead and clear it. Mag empty, weapon is empty, safe direction. That mag back in for aesthetics. So this is going to be the main attraction. We're going to review these upgrades in detail, front to back. And then we got some honorable mentions. We sent 3 SIGs out, so showing some 320 love for all the drama. So this here's our X10, first one up. Let's go ahead and clear it first. Mag empty, weapon is empty, mag back in for aesthetics. So this is our SIG B320 X10. And that burnt bronze mixed with midnight bronze. And this bad boy got a window, a couple of windows on top there. And this here is the Lucky 7 setup. So we're going to eventually get this bad boy out. We're going to run a head-to-head with this against a stock X10. See how that runs. So that's going to be in the near future. Our other SIG was this DH3. Mag empty. Weapon is empty. That mag back in for aesthetics. So that's our X5 DH3. And we sent this bad boy out for some love. If you're familiar with this model, you know it comes with the cuts already in the slide. And we just put some ports in each one of those cuts. Trent put the slits in that bad boy. So we're going to get a review with that coming up. See how that bad boy performs. I don't have another DH3. So what we'll do is I'll go back to the original footage. And then I'll just contrast the 2. And then last but definitely not least, this is our X5 Legion. And that bad boy there in its glory. So this one here, same thing. They've got the window on top. And we put the fancy 5 on top of that bad boy, Fab 5. So it gives you the appearance that last window is ported, but those are just etches in the barrel. Trent put that in there for uniformity. So we're going to run this bad boy here too, and we'll do the same thing with that. We'll match it up with some old footage to see the comparison. But those are just honorable mentions. The star of the show is this bad boy right here, and we're going to go to the tabletop for this here so we can take a nice close look at it, go over the details, and just let you know where we are and what the intentions are as far as going forward. So let's head to the tabletop, and we'll get into it. All right, so we are on the tabletop, and we're going to take a closer look at this bad boy. So let's pull it on up out of here. This is our case that we set up. Well, no, actually, I didn't show this. Yeah, that's the same case as the original. So we did that. That's our case for that. And this here is the star of the show. Mag's still empty. We just cleared it, but for the sake of safety, there we go. So this bad boy, I've got some original footage of this bad boy so you can see where we started from. So I will roll that. Let's find a safe direction. I will roll that in there just to give you an immediate contrast of where we are versus where we are now. So this bad boy started out not bad looking at all. It actually started out looking pretty nice. The only difference is cosmetically, it's the grip and obviously the hardware, and then the top end here. So what we'll do real quick is I'll roll that footage in just so you can see the base point of where we started, and let you take a look at that as just a recap, and then we'll get into the details here. This here is the Eclipse. So you get the two-tone, you get the cutouts for the slide. It's not ported, but it will be. So I'm gonna get this bad boy ported and gonna put a chunk port on here. So we're gonna send this off to Trent and let him do his thing on it. But this one comes with the MJD grip, their magwell, that's an aluminum magwell. And that's the model there. Serrations are nice and deep, so no problem racking this bad boy. You can really feel them. Slide, I mean, it's nice and smooth. That feels like about a 9-pound spring. So I will likely drop an 8-pound in here because that's what I prefer. This feels just a little heavier than an 8. So I'll probably put an 8-pound in there. Mainspring, I'll have to double check to see what it comes with. It probably might even come with a 17 already. So that'll be good. Internals feel nice. This bad boy already has the extended magwell tapped here. So I just need to get a button for that. So this is a solid unit out the gate. All right. So you see what our starting point was. This bad boy was nice aesthetically out of the box, but it could use just a little enhancement. So that's what we did. Top end, we sent the slide out to TDS Gunworks, my man Trent, and he took and did this bad boy up. Did the V6 ports in the slide. These cuts are already here, so just put the holes in there. Obviously, put the chunk port in there, so took that front sight off. And then on the top, we put that 3 inline up top there. And the way he did that bad boy is nice. You see, he put it in the bed, gave a little bit of open metal there to tie it in to that stainless on the side. So really accent those ports and got them lined up with the ports in the slide. So that is extremely well done. Trent does his thing. And that chunk port is a good size. I wanted the open metal left as we did because once again it ties it in with the stainless. So that's him doing his thing. And that got this bad boy ready. And while he had that, I took and just kind of dressed up the bottom end. So one thing about these MJD grips is they come in that kind of grayish, chalky finish. The grips are excellent. The texture is really good. Nice to shoot. But I don't particularly like that finish. And the original intentions, and I'm still going to, is send it out to Miami International and let them do a little further enhancements, put a little color to it to further tie it in to the color scheme. But for now, what I did was just put some color to it, just darken this bad boy up, and that can be done real easy. So you saw what it was in that little short clip, how bright and how chalky it was, and you look at it now. So that bad boy is nice and dark, and so we liking that. Hardware-wise, everything is still factory. That's the factory magwell, trigger. I like their trigger. I initially talked about changing the trigger, but it's an aluminum trigger. It's nice. When I had this tore down, the internals in this bad boy are nice. They're polished up. You really don't need to put an ignition kit in here. This bad boy is nice right out of the box. So all I did was just polished up the trigger shoe, took the coating off, took it down to the metal so that you can see that stainless look of the aluminum. Screws, same grip screws, just polished them up so you can get that stainless effect. Same thing with the slide lock and same thing with the magwell. Just polished it up. I didn't want to go super gloss because it's not a chrome piece, it's stainless. So I wanted to keep it kind of close to that. Same thing with the safety, with the mag release. Polish that bad boy up. This button is temporary. This is actually the button because with the Mac 9, you get 2 buttons. So this is one of the extra buttons that came with the Mac 9. I just took the finish off, took it down to the metal to get that stainless look. But I've got a stainless one coming. That's specifically for this. So we'll put that on there. Additional cosmetics, the safety, I need to take it down a little bit more. And then the beaver tail, I need to do a little bit more work on that. And I also need to do the sides. So we got the stainless showing there. I did the hammer, so you can see the hammer. I just polished the sides, left everything else black, so that's a nice contrast. But that bad boy came out nice. It's a nice hammer, so I didn't want to change that. I like that look, and that came out pretty nice. So this bad boy is ready to go. I had already took the trigger weight down to my preference, so this bad boy should be just above 2 pounds now. Should be where we are. So let's go ahead and put the gauge on it. But these units, I enhanced this one, but you honestly do not need to enhance these bad boys. Out the box, they are phenomenal shooters. So you can run it just like it is. Obviously, if you want to enhance it, you can. So that's higher than it actually is. With these trigger gauges, depending on the angle and depending on your pull, you're going to get a fluctuation. So it is definitely not quite there. Just got to find the spot. It's going to make a liar out of me. Oh, it's going to really make a liar out of me. My goodness. Let's see here. Get the angle. Oh man. I know this bad boy is hidden right around 2 pounds. But it is getting higher and higher. Let's see here. That's a true reading. I don't know what the other ones are, but yeah, so nonetheless, triggering this bad boy, nice and light. A little bit of take up. One thing about these triggers, and I saw this in another review, they are loosely fitted in the housing. You hear that sound? So that's something that's a QC issue item, and that's something they can address. Doesn't affect the pull, but who wants that sound? Yeah, so nice trigger. What we're going to do with this, we already have a baseline, but we can do it even better. We don't have to go back to that old footage. We're going to run this bad boy against our Coyote, and that's going to be our baseline. One of the subscribers recommended chronographing it just to see if you lose any velocity with the porting, except I don't have chronograph. So this is our Coyote, no work, still nice and stock. So we're going to take these bad boys out, and this is clear. We're going to take these bad boys out and run them side by side, and we're going to see the difference of that work, of that TDS magic. So that's what we plan to do. I'm looking forward to that. That will likely be a this weekend project, but I just want to give you a kind of close-up of what we did to this and what's to come. I am really pleased with this work here, and I think this bad boy is going to be extremely soft. I don't know where it's going to fall in the lineup, so that's always interesting to see. So you know I will have the other Amigos with us, so we can run it next to some of the other pieces in the collection and kind of see where it stacks up. But I know just from shooting that Coyote, these bad boys out the box shoot nice. The recoil is very manageable. So I can imagine with this, it's going to be super soft. Super soft. But that's where we are. No internals change. Only cosmetics other than the slide. Obviously, you see what was done there. But the internals are rock solid. The sear, the disconnect. You feel no hang up on the disconnect when you're racking that bad boy. And I've done nothing to it. So, nothing. You don't feel it at all. And on these, they do the ramp. So it's got the Marvelous cut on there. So you're not going to feel that disconnect. So that's the type of details that they took with those. So that is a very well engineered piece. and definitely one to consider if you're in the market. So we're not going to drag it out. I just want to go a little bit in depth as far as what we got, let you know what to expect on it. Glad to have it back in house. Appreciate Trent doing his thing, doing awesome work. TDS Gun Works. If you're looking for some custom work, that is your guy. He is getting it done. He is rocking the industry and making everybody else step their game up. So, for sure. So I'm not going to hold you. It's your boy BTG, aka Bust Them Guns. Check me out on other platforms at Bust Them Guns, Instagram, Facebook, as well as Rumble. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about this bad boy. I put a short out there on it earlier, along with one of the ARs with the stainless and black AR. So check that out if you haven't seen it on the different platforms. Till next time, holla.